For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God. Ephesians 2:8.
He spit the seed for Moses, he did the same for me. He healed the lame to walk, he caused the blind to see. He was crucified with these, paid the price for you and me. Through my faith, I've been saved by his grace, yeah. He uplifted Joseph, he uplifted me. He broke every chain, my God did set me free. When I got lost, he found me, he left 99 for me.
Through my faith, I've been saved by his grace, yeah.
All the glory goes to the Father for using me. My God's alive, he ain't dead. Demons cease when he speaks. He conquered death, defeated the enemy, and won a victory. My God's a beast, he broke the chains. I'm off the leash, I'm free. Dripping with blood, I'm cleansed, baby. He was knocking at the door, I let him in, baby. If he can take his spirit inside for me, get nailed to the cross, crucified with these, then I think I owe the king an apology for the sins I committed at the robberies. Blessed by the best, it's the reason why I'm breathing. I was in the streets living straight like a heathen. Even though it's not logical, I do the impossible. Feel like an apostle that's rapping the gospel. Father told me to go get him, I got him. I'm fishing for so while he gathers the harvest. I'm on my way to expose the imposters. Do this for God, not to give me an Oscar. To glorify him, so to me it's an honor. Fighting some demons, got rid of the monsters. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Devil had me down bad, but I didn't got my leg back. I remember trapping, serving meth out Nike gym bag. I teamed up with Clean Slate. God got this show jam packed. He spit the seed for Moses, he did the same for me. He healed the lame to walk, he caused the blind to see. He was crucified with these, paid the price for you and me. Through my faith, I've been saved by his grace, yeah. He uplifted Joseph, he uplifted me. He broke every chain, my God did set me free. When I got lost, he found me, he left 99 for me.
Through my faith, I've been saved by his grace, yeah.
I was lost in the wilderness, used to pop pills for the thrills of it. Till the day I got ill and my body got chills, and I started to steal just to get my fix. Hit licks, then I moved to bricks. Running with shorty, she was turning tricks. Started cooking meth off in the sticks. Got caught, sat down, we was burning wicks. Then I started smoking Bible pages, outrageous, caged in. We're living like a pagan, misplaced the grace. I need a grace to save. I heard Christ, paid the price, so it's where I put my faith in. Casted out the dark that resided in me. Had to die to self, kill the pride of me. Holy Spirit come inside of the light of me. Then God ready me up to be a prodigy. Now I'm back and I'm better than I ever been. Hands up, praise to the King, he was heaven sent. No matter what the storm is, just know I'm a weather it. We do it for the Father, we ain't chasing their presidents. Now we out to bring the church to the street, to the lost, to the sick. Gotta make sure to eat what you done to the least. You done done unto me, he done made me a servant, now it's time to wash feet. Glory to the Father, give him praise for what he done for me. Left the 99 behind and went and sent your son for me. Was seized for me and Teague, and now I'm walking by this faith, yeah. Because of Jesus Christ, I've been saved by his grace, yeah.
He spit the seed for Moses, he did the same for me. He healed the lame to walk, he caused the blind to see. He was crucified with these, paid the price for you and me. Through my faith, I've been saved by his grace, yeah. He uplifted Joseph, he uplifted me. He broke every chain, my God did set me free. When I got lost, he found me, he left 99 for me.
Through my faith, I've been saved by his grace, yeah.
What is up, YouTube? It has been a minute. If anyone's seen the community post, a hammer was put in my hand and that took care of business, got rid of the phone. It's unnecessary now. It's been unnecessary for a while. Like, I have ways of communicating with the people that I need to, but it's a Tuesday night. I can't sleep, so here we are. And honestly, I understand that most people gave up on me. That's been a reoccurring theme throughout my life, but I could honestly say that I feel like there's a spiritual shift going on in the world. Like, I've seen a lot of people that might have sinned quite a bit in their life, right? But they've turned their lives over to a higher power, to God. And that seems to be the way that a lot of people are finding comfort in this world. This world is crazy right now. Like, if you see what's going on the grand scheme of things, it's serious, right? I might be the last one left laughing about the absurdity of the seriousness and all that stuff, right? I didn't necessarily want to get clean when I first started getting clean, but it was placed in front of me. And I guess taking that one opportunity to do so and get clean kind of put me in a better light with the whole spiritual realm of this world. I had been doing a lot of bad shit. I have a lot of apologies and not really making up past time. You can't really take back past time, but you can apologize and move forward, right? And that's all I can do. Throughout the years of me doing drugs for as long as I did, it became normal to go through suffering every single day, all day, every day. And when you go through that for so long, I don't know if it's like a demonic possession or whatever, but something takes over. I've talked about it before. I've said the moral compass gets skewed. And that's kind of what happened to me. My moral compass got skewed, like, to the point where you can't even recognize up from down. So that being said, for anyone that I ever talk shit to personally on here, specifically Tommy, my bad, bro. I'm pretty sure you understand more than most. So anyone else that's watching this that I may have upset, my bad. My apologies, my deepest apologies. I'm sorry. Getting off of drugs was kind of the easy part, to be honest. The way that it was placed in front of me, it's all the character defects that were adopted, I should say, adopted throughout addiction. And it's not just addiction. Like, once the whole addiction, once you get past the addiction, the withdrawals and everything, I'm doing pretty good on the methadone. I'm down to 11 milligrams. I'm not really feeling as bad as I thought I would on 11 milligrams. Like, it had been a steady decrease lately, and the more I decreased, the more I kind of felt bad. But I don't know. Tommy's Mattress. What's up, Chicago West? Do you want the link? I'm not sure if I'm ever going to be back on YouTube, to tell you the truth. Go look at the community post. I fucking excuse my language, I took a sledgehammer to the cell phone. Hope you did well in the storm, though. Riding out the weather. We got like over 2 feet of snow here. I went out the night of, snowblowed the driveway once. Went out like actually it was the morning of. It was 4 o'clock in the morning when I first went out to clear the driveway. Our driveway is kind of big, so it's hard to define the edges of it. So by getting out there early before all the wind like kind of curls over the edges of the driveway, I was able to clear a path. So you got a dusting. We got dumped on. There is so much snow. Tomorrow I have to get up on the roof and shovel the roof. No. That's all right, though. It's good for you, because I heard like 60,000 people at one point were without power. I think 2 people passed away due to this storm. So I guess you lucked out with being in the location that you're at. Still in Maine? I've been slacking on drinking water too. So that's kind of like I've been trying to consciously drink more water just because I think that adds to my discomfort, being dehydrated and whatnot. That's what's up. I think I'm going to New Hampshire in the coming weeks to go up to, I'm not sure what mountain yet, but I'm going to go snowboarding and skiing with one of my uncles, my father's brother, who I haven't seen in a long time. So that should be fun. What is new with you, Ms. Chicago West? Are you still stirring up trouble on YouTube or what? I haven't been watching much YouTube lately. I've been reading a lot. I think I will. Actually, I know I will. I know I'll have a good trip because the way that everything is lining up in my life right now, like, there is no denying that. Like, I had never heard that song that I played at the beginning of this live. I don't know if you were in from the very beginning, but it's like every single word of every single song that I hear lately is like speaking to me in a way. It's insane. And from an outside perspective, it would seem insane. But to anyone that's has a relationship with God or in Jesus and believes in the Holy Spirit and all that, I think they can recognize. Absolutely. There's a great quote that I forget who wrote it, but it says, "The crowd will survive, but only those who walk away will truly live." And it makes so much sense, right? Because how many times do you see people on their phones afraid to miss something on social media or whatever, afraid to hear the latest gossip or whatever? All of that's irrelevant. I mean, I guess some people that that are monetized on YouTube and need to keep up with current affairs, it's to each his own. It's none of my business what other people do with their channels. That's good. That's good. I'm getting to know them one book at a time. We got the Old Testament and the New Testament. I mean, I'm familiar with scripture and passages and stuff like that in the Bible, but I was talking to my mother today and I'm like, I've never even like just read the Bible from cover to cover, you know? I've read so many other books, but not the Bible. Maybe that's what I've been missing all along. I don't know. No, I do know. That is what I've been missing all along. Like when I was doing, like when I was first looking back, like they say hindsight's always 20/20, right? So I was thinking earlier, like about literally probably about an hour before I went live, about like all the little signs throughout my life that had been like maybe subconscious warnings. I got my first DUI when I was 16 years old. I didn't even have a driver's license. And alcohol took me to some pretty dark places, I can say. So I look back at that, and it's like at 16 years old, I wasn't really like going on crazy benders. It was a weekend of partying that I ended up getting the DUI. But it's like that was the first warning. And then, you know, there just the first one that stands out in my head when it comes to alcohol. And then there was a second one when I got my second DUI. Thank you. I appreciate that. What's up, Catherine? Good to see you. I don't blame you for doing what you're doing on and when I say doing what you're doing, I'm talking to you, Chicago West, but the anonymous, remaining anonymous. Like, I don't blame you for doing that. I don't blame anyone for doing that. My path on YouTube is just a different path because throughout addiction, it kind of forced me into reclusiveness to be able to survive that addiction. So I think by me just being totally transparent with everything and what people might perceive as oversharing was my way of clearing not even clearing my conscience, just hitting the reset button. I'm good. How are you? I no longer have a cell phone. I'm not gonna lie, I got wicked pissed off, and there had been this I was in the garage, there had been this sledgehammer sitting on the workbench for a while, and got pissed off, threw the phone at the friggin' door. It did not break, like just kept on whatever music or whatever I was listening to that was pissing me off kept on going on. So I'm like, all right, saw the sledgehammer and was just like slam right on the concrete floor. Only took one hit to shatter it. I agree. And I didn't do that for a long time. I was always trying to maintain the mask of addiction and not face reality, not face the scars that I put on my body, my soul, all that. Well, that's why I know I have the ability to be rescued by God. Like, he's already in my life, and I'm growing my relationship with him, is because from early on, I mean, you've been subscribed to me for a while now. I've talked about the spiritual attacks, about the what I perceived as gang stalking, all that. But I put myself out there in a transparent manner on purpose, I guess. It's all part of his plan. It was a little sledgehammer, like the little 4-pound sledgehammer, not like the one with the 3-foot freaking pole on it. Thank you. I appreciate that. But like I said, that was the whole. I had to do everything that I've been doing for the past couple of years to be able to expose that person inside. Because let's face it, the weed, the cigarettes, like I literally am in the process of like quitting cigarettes. Like I'm on my last few packs. I hate to say it, I'm fucking terrified because I've smoked cigarettes for like 20 years. That, and I smoked my last 8th last night. So I'm quitting weed, quitting cigarettes, and it's scary as shit. But because I never thought I would say that. Like I always thought that I could maintain and just continue on the way things were, right? But it's miserable. What do you mean? Like me being an example of what not to be? Me being the example of what not to do? Like I said, I had watched YouTube for a while and kind of seen what was going on, you know? So I kind of had an idea. I saw people getting attacked. I saw people that put themselves out there that were getting attacked. I saw people that made mistakes on here and whatnot. I've made mistakes on here more than one. It's hard to do, though. I understand that. People flock to the drama. But like I said earlier, the crowd will survive but only those that walk away will truly live. And I'll also say only those that walk away will truly thrive. Because I think a lot of people are held back by what other people think, looking for validation in all the wrong places. I was doing that when I first started watching YouTube and just participating in chats. I found myself on in live streams talking to people that I had no business talking to. But time heals. God heals. Yes. Catherine, I can honestly say that I have learned from you as well. Maybe I didn't see things clearly as to what was going on between you and you know who, but I kind of caught wind from you of what had transpired, how y'all separated or whatever, your friendship and whatnot. And I had seen that early on YouTube. People, just creators on YouTube that would come across each other online, meet up in real life, become somewhat of friends, and then all of a sudden the YouTube drama causes that friendship in real life that was being newly processed to fracture. Look at the title to this live. I was being a negative Nancy the whole time, right? But I think I was also stuck. There's lyrics to a song that I listen to, and it's like, he's breaking me down to build me back up, is part of the lyrics to the song. And I completely understand that, because it's like I said earlier, I never wanted to quit smoking cigarettes, quit smoking weed, none of that. But when it was presented to me in the way that it was in front of me, I can't deny that it'll be the better path for me in the long run to do that. Like, on the pack, I don't even have a pack of cigarettes around me. On the side of the pack, it says Surgeon General's warning, smoking causes cancer. Like, there's no smoking may cause cancer. It's like, no, smoking causes cancer. It's a hard thing to do. Happiness is a state of mind. Like, and I realize that, because the more that I stay in a positive mindset, the better I'm able to understand and communicate with my higher power. You know, they say if you love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, it was meant to be. If it doesn't, it never truly was. So I can honestly say that I love Mary Jane, and I'll let her go. And if she don't come back to me, it wasn't meant to be, right? Facts. Facts. That's a good perception. I had to be totally transparent. I've talked about it before. It was a subconscious cry out for help, and I feel bad about the way that things have gone. There's been a lot of people that dislike me. I'm not offended by that or anything. I don't blame them for any of that. But it's like, I also understand that people are already on their path and already have a good relationship with God, and what I was doing was detrimental to what they were trying to do. So I get it all. Like, I'm not tripping out about it. A lot of my videos are privated. That's the thing. I'm not even sure when the next time I'm going to be on YouTube is. But I should probably unprivate all those, huh? I literally have nothing to hide. I think the only reason I privated a whole bunch of them was because I was on the verge of crashing out and just saying fuck it and going on back out to do drugs. But I never deleted any videos. That's the thing. I always just privated them because I thought that there would always be value in that. And you are very right by saying that. I came across it's a book. I was going through bookshelves in my house, and my mother had a book, and it's a blank book, but it has a little preface on the inside jacket of it that says, like, this book is like every single other book. It is blank, and it is for you to perceive how it goes. And it's just like my mother had written a few poems and stuff in there from 1969. And when I picked up this book, because I was just thumbing through it, I saw what it was, and I was like, oh, cool. Someone told me I should write a book. And I've been writing a lot. So I pick up this book, and I'm thumbing through it and everything. And I open up to like the first page, and it's the person that gifted the book to my mother, and whatever the paragraph, the page that she wrote, it was like completely relatable to me. And this is words that were written down in 1969. And the fact that those words written that long ago can clearly relate to what I'm going through in this very moment, it's just little affirmations like that make me not afraid to lean on God and Jesus and all that. I've seen a lot on YouTube. The drama can suck you in pretty easily. All it takes is someone to poke fun at you, at me, whatever, and a response. That response causes a parallel there, and it constantly goes back and forth, right? A few people that I talk to on here, they would say that they would make more money if they were monetized. They would make more money when drama was going on their page or their community than when everything was just all kosher and fine. It's crazy. I've been on YouTube for like 3 years, I think now, maybe 3-4 years. I think it was right around 2022, maybe 2021. It wasn't during the pandemic, like when COVID hit and all that. No. Let me put the link, my bad, in case anyone wants to come chat. I also unsubscribed from a lot of people too. Well, that's the thing too. It's got to be, when you're talking, a lot of people are better at separating their YouTube life from real life, depending on what content they're creating and what they're actually doing on YouTube. Some people have a vision for something they want to do with YouTube. My vision is still being created, and that's why there was really no effort put into thumbnails or any effort put into this YouTube thing at all, because I guess I just really wasn't passionate about it. I appreciate that. That means a lot. I'm still waiting on that vlogging camera though. Is that what it was called? I think I had Cord Up on panel at that time or something like that. Want to talk about? Yeah, we're not talking about that. I was going to say real life YouTube, from going from YouTube, meeting on YouTube, to meeting in real life, to it going sour, right? Absolutely. We'll get it. I'll get it eventually. We'll meet up sometime. Eventually. Maybe sooner than later. You never know. I'm not sure whether I want to go north or south with myself. Most likely north. I remember that. You did offer a what? Have you still been doing the whole music thing? True that. Oh, no, I did not see it. Had I seen it, I definitely would have showed up and said what up. But I also think that God puts things in front of, like I've said this from very early on YouTube. If I don't see it, I can't give it attention, and it means it doesn't, at that time, has no meaning to me. It can't affect me. So if I don't see certain posts like that, there would literally be like community posts from that Tommy would post, and they'd be like 2 weeks old, and they would come up in my feed as if they were brand new. And it's just little affirmations like that, like stuff coming through at the right time when I'm supposed to see it. Absolutely. Sounds good. I haven't been on email at all lately, and I know that's how we first communicated. I still got your picture too. Just kidding. I don't know if I do or not. What you have to do, Catherine, is get a microphone or an earbud or something like that. That's the best way to do it, in my opinion. Otherwise, people end up with a lag and an echo when they're just talking through the whatever exterior speaker they have. No worries though. I'm here for a bit. Like I said, I can't sleep. I set all this shit up. I got like LED lights going around this bar and everything. I set this stuff up months ago, and I just haven't set the laptop and camera and all that shit up here for whatever reason. But here we are. Probably the last stream for a while, but it's all good. Hence the only one earbud in. It's not paranoia or anything like that, but I like to hear what's going on around me too, So my mother worked at the Playboy office, I think it was in New York years ago, like in the 70s. So there's a old Playboy mug, and then we got Playboy bunny stirs. She's doing good. God already accepted her into where she needs to go. She's already got a game plan and everything. She's like, I give myself 6 more years to live. I'm like, okay. But she was dealing with some skin cancer issues going on and stuff. Like we used to vacation down in Puerto Rico all the time every winter. And early on, before people knew how damaging the sun was to skin, she was one of them people that would Hawaiian Tropic, like baby oil, like literally just bake out in the sun. So she's paying for that now with having skin issues like moles, stuff popping up. She had a couple biopsies done. They both came back negative, so that's good. but she did have to have a cancerous growth, I guess you would call it, removed a while ago. So they've been keeping an eye on her since then. So she's doing well. That's another thing too, like through addiction, and there's a lot of guilt that goes into the turmoil that I caused, you know? I can't even fathom the amount of money that I siphoned off of my folks throughout the years, you know? Whether it be early on addiction when I was literally robbing my parents' house. Like I wasn't allowed in this house because I had pawned the TV in like 4 times or something like that. We still have that TV though. They did get it. It is here at the house. We ended up, so in permanent marker is written on the back of the TV. If this TV is trying to be sold, it is stolen. Like that's how insane the addiction got to me. Like I can remember one time stealing, it was sterling silver silverware set back when scrap metal or precious metals was up high. So my mother noticed like probably about a couple days after I had stolen it or whatever. I had gone to a jeweler, sold it to a jeweler. She asked where her mother's silverware was. I told her the jeweler where it was. She went and bought it back. And what did I do? I stole the silverware again and did the same exact thing, different jeweler. Like insanity, just going around in circles. No, exactly. You can't. And that's a thing that I'm trying to get over, is trying to just not necessarily forget about the past, but take the lessons that I've learned from the past and just move forward. Like I have a hard time not dwelling on the past. And like I'm saying, like all the guilt and everything off of about what I did. But throughout this whole process of getting clean, I've been opening up my relationship and talking to my mother. Like I never knew she was even had the ability to write poetry, and like some of the poems that she wrote in that book are absolutely amazing. 1969, she had just met my father recently, I believe. I think they got married in the early 70s. I might be wrong with that, but little notes that she wrote, like when she went to India for a while. Her father lived in India, so she went to go visit him. There was a message or a writing in there about the night before she had to leave for India. All like sentimental stuff, but it had meaning to me 40, 50 years later. You have, Catherine, it's in the freaking, I should go grab the TV. It's actually the TV that's up in the garage mounted to the wall. Like when I took it from the basement up to the garage to go mount it to the wall up there, I saw that in the permanent black marker in the back. Like, this is stolen if it is trying to be sold. What the fuck? And I hate to laugh, but it's just the absurdity looking back on it. Like what I was doing to try to do my best to maintain the insanity that only brought me misery for years and years and years. I mean, look at the fucking teeth. Like, that's addiction. Yep. You can do that when walking. Not driving though. I always have an eye on my rear view mirror when I'm driving, and that's probably another thing I got to get over. But I just like to have eyes on the road, you know. Yeah. I think part of the reason why the relationship is being rebuilt and why it took so long is because I had to go through the death of my father and the regret of not having gotten clean before, not having good quality conversations with him. So, talking about learning lessons from the past and not taking people that have supported me my whole life for granted. Hate is a strong word, and I'm a masshole. I'm not gonna lie. I swear like a sailor, and I'm trying to consciously like stop doing that, like the F bombs all the time. And it comes with emotion too. Like when I get pissed off, I'll start swearing up a storm. Yes, I do. Which one? Because the red one the red truck that I had body rot on it, and I kind of got the truck that I bought after that, just like a couple months ago, pretty much squared away. I got to do some more things to it. I'm gonna need new tires for it. I'm gonna need I got to do an oil change. I got to change the fuel filter because it's a diesel. But yes, I do still have it. Oh no, not the red one. Oh, so you haven't seen the new truck, have you? No, I got a new turbo diesel GMC. Don't ask me why I bought a diesel, but I did. Lorries. That's what they call them down under, eh? Yeah, I don't have the red one anymore. I got a white truck now. I'll be a white knight. There's a lot. I didn't understand the weight that words carry for a long time until I had to have a few Godsmacks. Like my mother, I don't know who coined the term God wink, but I've heard it more than once. And it's kind of like little affirmations that God is real. Well, when you're not doing God's will, when he's legit telling you what to do, you're gonna get smacked. And I got fucking, pardon my French, but I got smacked a couple times. Mm-hmm. Yes. Big Red did. It was like, I can't complain about the truck. I got my miles. I got my money's worth out of it. I doubled the miles on it from when I bought it. I have nothing but good things to say about it other than the frame rot. Like once the frame started deteriorating, I knew it was time to hit the reset and get another truck, you know. I didn't want to get another truck. I had saved up a bunch of money and like was finally getting ahead, right? But going back to, he's breaking me down to build me back up. He needed to take away basically all my money. I'm broke right now. Like no lie, but I ain't worried about it. I know things will work out. I know work will pick up. All in due time. Oh, so yeah. So what they say up here is they'll say a tractor or a tractor trailer for like those, or a big rig is what they call them too. I know what you're saying, but like truck, that's what, I don't know, anything from a 1500 to 4,500 pickup truck, whatever. If it's a utility truck, we'll call it a truck. I don't know. I feel like language is there's a lot of slang and broad terms used around here in the US of A. I was going to get a bar stool from back here because I think we ended up selling the bar stools. We had a flood down here in the cellar at one point. Had to like kind of reset everything down here, but I have like this chair that's like flipped up on its side that I'm sitting on right now. Not the most comfortable thing, but I'm glad to see you, Catherine, and Chicago West. I wasn't expecting anyone to really come in the live. I figured I might get a couple trolls because usually when I have the big screen on, I don't know, the notifications just don't go out or whatever. A Ute. I know, like, when you used to go, I don't know if you've been going live lately or not, but when I used to come into your chats and listen to you, like, half the time I couldn't even understand what you were saying just because of the accent and, like, the slang and stuff, you know? Oh, this sign was on the ground at one of the places where I would go to watch the sunrise. The baseball field, actually. They have a whole bunch of signs up there, and this one was sitting on the ground. So I'm like, see, like the top of it's kind of broken. If you guys could see, but where it was hung from kind of broke. So I figured, what the heck? Chicago, have a good night. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate that. You're awesome. Don't let anyone ever mess with you. And you know what? Even if they do, you don't have to respond. You got nothing to prove to no one. Keep doing your thing. You'll be good. You got my email if you need to get a hold of me, but sleep tight. Oh, and we got the old school Budweiser glass. Genuine. And then a couple of Patriots mugs. Born and raised in Massachusetts. And then what else? Ooh, this is a good one. It's a Star Wars Burger King glass from Coca-Cola. Kind of crazy. But yeah, it's crazy too with the whole Bible thing. Like, when I picked up the Bible, I had a scripture I was looking for. It was the Corinthians verse that I forget. I don't want to screw up what passage it was. Hold on one second. Do I have it written down? No. I think it was 2 Corinthians verse 7. We see, but I'm probably wrong with that, but we see by faith, not by sight. And I had a hard time grasping the thought of that. But when you delve deeper into the spiritual realm, you can see that, like, there's messages from people that are in touch with the spiritual realm, and all the messages are basically the same. It's that we are ultimately deceived by our eyes on this earth. Like, what we see through the two little pinholes in our face is just a glimpse of the greater picture. Some people don't need help with believing that, and they can lean on faith very easily. like I've said, I had to find out that the stove was hot by putting my hand on it and getting burned more than once. I had to have positive affirmations and stuff that is a coincidence happen, you know? And it was just one coincidence after another. And at that point, I'm like, I'm either losing my mind or I'm being saved, basically. But Catherine, thank you for stopping by. I'm probably going to be heading to sleep myself. I got a busy day tomorrow. I have to shovel more snow. Can't get the snowblower up on the roof, so. But it was good chatting with y'all. I probably will. I might make some more of my videos, older ones, public again. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with YouTube, but I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow other than shovel that roof. But it's all in his plan. And I have faith. Absolutely, it was. I will. Well, it's not even, it's not you do you, because if it was up to me, I would still have a rig hanging out of my arm. But I was given relief from, I was basically rescued from that in a way. I had to be locked up against my will to really get like, to fathom the possibility to even be off of drugs for more than a week, more than a few days. So I understand that everything happens for a reason, you know? But much love. I'm out of here. Peace.